Hey everyone, it's Ken.
Ray.
Two Drunk Brothers Garage.
We got a little something for Goldie that we went and picked up yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
And
which was June 4th. You don't know what yesterday would have been.
Yeah, and today's June 5th,
Yes.
obviously, and don't know when you guys will see this. It
video.
Could be August. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
But anyhow, we're gonna show you guys a little tutorial on what we picked up for Goldie. So
stay tuned.
Stay tuned. That's right. All right. So Kenny and I took a little trip to a neighboring city yesterday, and sorry didn't film any of it. Didn't know if the guy wanted us to film, but I found a GM tilt non-column shift steering column for less money than I can buy just the housing. Well, I can't even find the housing, but when they were listed on eBay, they were $190.
Or more
for just the housing, which is the piece I need. And I got the whole steering column for two bills, so I'm okay with that. And we have a neutral safety switch. Don't know if it's good or not. And we have another ignition safety switch. So there's good parts here. The steering wheel's
junk,
but got tilt knobs and turn signal knobs. There is another ignition in here, but no key.
Yeah.
But so right now, Kenny and I are going to pull this apart and disassemble this real quick. And then it'll probably be another it'll be later than today that we go and start reassembling the column in Goldie with the new collar, so we can get her running with the actual ignition key. It'll be great. We'll set this up on a time lapse while we're tearing it apart. Okay. So Kenny's going to back out the 3 7/16 so we can get at the bigger nut, but I'm pretty sure those have got to come out. This is my first time disassembling a steering column. So here we go. In this way, we don't know how they tore apart the one in the Buick. So want to get good filming of this so we can pay attention to how it goes back together. This one just twists out.
Oh, yep.
Screws out. I'm going to take this one. The turn signal one is screwed in, so we got to do that after we get the steering wheel off. This is, I think that's part of the horn.
Yeah.
Relay. Yeah, it's not even. There's the.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a wire in here.
Yeah.
Once again.
It probably comes out of that hole right there.
I don't care what shape this column is. We just need this.
Yep.
Hopefully
this will break this loose.
I don't know why Kenny was worried about it.
Because it's old.
All right. Steering wheel's off. That kind of goes. Oh, does ours have that?
I don't know, but this is a different steering wheel. This might be added on.
And this is where we might need to get the polar. We're going to have to go get the polar, put the pin in there, screw it in there, and pull that piece out, I bet.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. We'll go get Dad's polar out of the drawer.
Oh, yeah, because that's splined. I can see it.
That's the spline part. The stock steering wheel is splined, which is where after you pull the big nut off, I do know that after you pull the big nut off, the stock steering wheel is splined, so you would need the polar to do.
Yeah.
This is some. I wonder what that is.
I have no idea.
I was gonna say it was the old '80s Grant steering wheel, but I don't know. It's pretty rotten. Might just go up on the wall as a trinket. So we got a little two arm puller. Oh, man, that popped right off. Here we were worried that was going to be a pain in the rear, and that. Good Lord!
Hey, it wasn't on all the way either. I don't think. What the hell was that? That one. Oh
no!
It just wiggles.
It just wiggles off.
It's just dirty.
Dirty, rusty. We're learning, folks. There's a little screw there.
So is this the thing that has to? Is there a clip in there?
Yep. There is a clip right there. We gotta get a pair of pliers to do that, and then we can take that off too. So let me go grab the pair of pliers. We gotta spread that. I think that's a C clip.
C clip. Another one to get behind it.
Kenny's just doing it with a tiny screwdriver. Let me go get a little pick. You want a
probably.
You want a 90?
Yeah, let me try that. Let me see if I can get in there with that.
There we go. Watch your eyeballs. Not sure if it's the right way, but it's a way. I don't recall seeing anything like that in the parts in the jar for Goldie, for the record. So it's good. It's good because we will have
Extra.
this piece.
Spin it a little bit more here, because right at the end here.
There it goes.
Let go. Oh, there is a spring back there.
Is there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Hey, there's a spring back there, folks. See, we're learning. There we go. And, well, there we go. You are going to remember how this all goes back together, right? That's why we're filming. That's why we're filming. Okay, we do know this has got to come out. So
see, this is all the stuff that's in that jar.
Right. And
we didn't know where it went to.
And this is why we're filming. And I might take some still shots. So here's the turn signal working.
And lift it up one. Lift it up one more.
Oh, yeah.
For left and right.
There we go. That's off,
on,
left, right, or
well,
actually rotated. So, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and disassemble this now. Kenny?
Yep.
3/8. Take that off.
Quarter, 5/16.
Maybe. 5/16. He's probably correct. He normally is. Whereas I am always off. He was right. 5/16. And we do have all of these in the Buick, but
and the ones in the Buick I think are black handles, not the chrome.
But we're making our jar of parts here. It'll be good.
So now
I think this just, if I remember correctly,
what comes out next?
We got to get those out.
So this is the 4-way here.
Yep.
Oh, I just pushed that down in
That's
there.
all right. It'll pop back out.
Okay.
That 4-way is broken on this one, or
well, the knob the knob
is missing. It just screws in there. So now we just got to pry. It looks like that little spring clip comes out like that.
Or does this all come out as one piece? That's the problem. And this is where they may have broke the housing trying to pull this stuff out.
That is true. Oh, hey.
Wait.
You know what?
Nope. Phillips head screwdriver right there.
Yep, 3 of them. And you know what else would probably really help? If we had a manual. I wonder. Oh, look. Section C, steering column assemblies, all series. TeamBuick.com. Thank you very much. See, folks, reading the directions, sometimes good thing. So Ken's going to take those 3 Phillips heads out of there.
Oh, it's not magnetized. That's okay.
He's got those fancy ones.
No, I don't. I would
don't.
just, sometimes they just come. Okay, this one is stuck.
You do have a little pick over there you could grab the one with. Right there. Just so we're not dropping them.
Maybe. One. There's 2. Now I gotta.
Is there a third one down
Yeah,
there?
it's up underneath this turn signal thing.
There you go. Look at that. And that would be, if this all comes off, all those plastic pieces in one, maybe we can just reuse it
On the new one?
on the
Or
Buick.
on Goldie? Oops.
Yep. We may have to push this
Oops.
down in to clear. Yeah,
Yep.
got that pushed in. Now let's see. Oh, look at that. That whole thing's going to come out of there, really? There's wires attached. Or there's wires on
Okay.
here.
What am I hung up on?
Just the wires, maybe?
Maybe? Yeah, they just ripped and teared that other steering column out.
Yeah, they did. I think we just need to...
Be gentle.
Yeah, because I think... Is it...
Oh. Oh, we might need to take these off.
Yeah, we might have to take... Because it's unbolted in the car from...
Right.
Is it? Or is it just
No.
unbolted here?
No, we have this off of the... We took it off. It was...
We didn't take it off. It was just loose bolted in there.
Right.
That's right. That's right.
What is that? Half inch?
But I'm just wondering if that's what's hanging. Because
Yeah,
I think
it is.
I think the wires are.
watch.
Yep. Okay. So we got to loosen up so the wires, because reading the directions, the wires slide up
Through...
off of here and they come out through there to remove that piece.
A rare occurrence in Alaska. Thunderstorm.
A rare occurrence.
I should just pop right off there.
Yeah, but it's there we go.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
it's a. Okay, so now you should be able to. Oh, look at that. We might have to. Now, that's supposed to, believe it or not,
Well-
slide all the way out.
Right. But we want to just get, for now, do we want to just take this? Oh, there's some more of those little...
Yeah. Oh, and we need a
Torx.
big Torx head,
And
which
we need do we need to take that off? Or should we not need to?
I don't think we need to get the housing off, unless I'm wrong. Which I'm wrong a lot, so
Yeah, I have no idea.
that should. According to the directions, because now I'm remembering reading this, that's the way that's supposed to come up through there.
And she's kind of stuck now, but I can see where it would come down.
Well,
But I
that's
think
our-
if we get this off,
yeah,
well,
can-
now we can pop this out.
Yeah, we should be able to pop that out by the right there. We need to pop this little guy out. Pull this. Does that guy just come out of there, or is he bolted in there?
I don't know.
All right, we're going to consult the manual and come back. Reading directions. They said to tape the wires to the connector, and we did, and we were able to get that out, which that's all assembled. Yeah, it's assembled, so we might use that in Goldie. We're still researching the ignition switch. Okay, to get the ignition out, the ignition cylinder, that black piece right back behind those copper pieces, Kenny's going to point to it.
Right there.
You got to depress that. Kenny's going to go ahead and depress that. I'm going to pull on this gently.
Oh, let me get on it. Okay.
Depressed. There it goes.
Oh, my window's open.
There we go. You can remove this in the lock position if you don't have the key, or if you actually have the key and tearing this apart, you can do it in the run position, according to the manual. So, ignition lock out. We're getting closer, folks, to getting this collar off. Now we got those there. That is the ignition buzzer, which we should be able to pull that out now. And then get those Torx heads out of there. And I think we're going to have to back that big nut out to get this housing out. I'm not sure about that. We got
to read some more.
Yeah, we'll have to read some more. But right now we're going to pop that out, I hope. It says it just pulls out.
I was going to get a pair of needle nose pliers.
Okay.
And grab those.
All right. Kenny's going to try to...
Pulls right
look
out.
at that.
Oh.
Pulls right out.
Wow. I don't know what that was. Got a little silver thing right there.
Yeah.
That was in there.
Well, that's all right. One step at a time. Now, next thing is...
Do we do Torx and see if that slides off?
All right. We think we just got to pull out the 3 T30 Torx headed screws. And maybe this housing is ready to come out. Did that do the trick, or are we going to have to do some more? There it is, folks. That's the piece we need, and let's look at the part number in it.
A DJ.
Nope, 78.
Yeah.
05273. That is, I believe, the part number we needed. So,
our problem with the old one. So what's missing?
So where the ignition? Yeah, what is missing?
Yeah. I don't see nothing.
Well, let's compare it. Let me double check the part numbers. Okay. I verified that this is the correct part number, 7805273. However, upon further inspection, it appears that this one
is broke also.
Has the same affliction. I'm going to try to zoom in. Right there. Kenny's going to point at it with a screwdriver. It's over here.
Right there.
Is broken. And the opposite side, you can't
right
see
there.
it really good up here, but it is broken there. And, however, we did have this black clip that was in...
I think it goes the other way.
It goes the other way, but it was in here, in there, and it also... Sorry, folks. I'm trying trying to show you guys. When you look down inside the ignition housing, that black clip looks like it helps hold the ignition tumbler as well. So maybe we were just missing this clip out on Goldie's, because this is a spring-loaded lock, just like ours. There's the action, the spring-loaded action. And ours wasn't spring-loading because it didn't have anything to catch on this barrel,
Right.
to do the spring action. But this one was still spring actioning, and I think it's because it was catching on that black clip. So not sure. We're probably going to wrap this up and just call this a disassembly tutorial video of a steering column, because it's the first time we've done it this far. We're not obviously going to go any further. Still have, like we said, good parts here and everything. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this up for today, and another day shortly we'll go down and reassemble this and see if we can get our new ignition either in the existing housing that's still on Goldie, or put this one on. But more to come. Oh, does that sit down in there with that clip?
Well, yeah,
That's the ignition buzzer.
That sits
which
in there.
We didn't also have in there. So maybe the combination of those two parts will help hold the ignition tumbler in the housing.
Yeah. And that can't be pushed up any farther because it's hitting on the bottom of this.
The molding, the housing.
Well, no, it's hitting on the plastic right here. When I lift it up, see how it's hitting right there?
Yep.
And when you push this down in there the way it's supposed to be, it sticks out at the bottom of the housing down there.
Okay, and does it? I don't know. We'll have to reassemble this in Goldie to see if we get our end goal, which is the ignition that actually
We can get it lined up
works.
and get it to work.
Yep. So more to come.
Cheers, everyone. Oh,
Cheers, everybody. I'm,
one-handed it.
one-handed it. Cheers,
Cheers, brother.
Well, we're learning.
Yep.
Learned how to
Pull apart a
GM steering column.
old model, not new model.
Supposedly it's good from 69 to 83 tilt column floor shift. I don't know, but
Right.
it is the housing we need. It is the correct part number, as you guys seen. Not sure if it's going to work. That's coming in another video.
Because it does look like this one's broke also.
In the same spot. So, but we
found some missing pieces in this one that we don't have from Goldie.
Well, we don't know if anyhow,
Yeah.
you guys seen, we don't know if we have them, but another day we'll try to put Goldie back together and get the new ignition in her. So,
Yeah.
but anyhow, folks, if
Hit
you guys
that like button it,
that's right.
comment,
Subscribe would really
Yeah.
help us out a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah. Cheers,
Cheers.
everyone. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, brother.
Ken.
Ray.
Two Drunk Brothers Garage.
Thanks for watching. Can't take this guy anywhere.